All right, Jared, we are back and we have been just crushing this co-living content. Hope everybody's liking it. Our next one is what do you do special for your members to, let them know that they're appreciated. Welcome back. Take this one away.
Yeah. I gotta hand it to my wife on this one. Was gonna do this is perspective, right? I was gonna give Amazon cards to everybody, and then my wife pointed out, hey, not everybody has Amazon Prime. And I'm like, oh, okay, duh. I thought it was so they're gonna pay shipping costs. So I shifted gears. And in my market, there's a lot of Walmarts, and Walmart has everything, right? They got all kinds of stuff. So what I did was I did little $25 gift card, Walmart gift cards
Okay.
because I had a house that we had some issues, right? And then we'd ask people to leave, and then the cleanliness got way better. And so I was like, hey, I really appreciate that. And I hand wrote a card to everybody in that house with that gift card. People love the hell out of that, especially one lady that was there. She said, hey, I've had another host in another house that said they were going to do this and they never did. And I'm like, oh, well, I do what I say, right? Because I told them, hey, I'm doing this. And it was like 2 days. Walmart had this weird thing where I couldn't buy more than four. So dumb. So I had to wait a day. Anyway, um, off track. And then we've sponsored and paid for like pizza parties and things like that. And another house, it depends on the house. Like the house I just talked about with the Walmart gift cards, that wouldn't have flown there because they stick to themselves. It's a big house, and so they kind of stick to the rooms. They come out occasionally, but they're not as tight. The other one of the other houses, they're super tight. Like everybody got along. They played board games together. I know Padsplit said, "Hey, don't encourage common areas." But this house was so tight. They're gone now. But Chuck, Bill, Scott, Jessica. I mean, these people were awesome. I wish I could pay them to live there or something because they created this community that was unreal. Friday nights they'd have like a pizza night, and then one of the guys was an ex chef, and so Saturday nights he would have like rotisserie chicken night. They had all this planned. It was amazing, man. But yeah, so that house I would say, hey, look, when you're doing your pizza night, let me buy it, right? That kind of thing. And then they said, hey, look, it'd be nice because I was following the pad split model and I didn't put um, a big table. I had the first house I have a huge table. It's a 10, it can be a 10. We have 8 chairs around there, and I have two other chairs that are sitting in the garage, but they never use it. So I thought, okay, well, I just don't need to do that again because they're not even using it.
Yeah.
So this other house, they did want that. So my wife helped me out there too. She's a bargain shopper, and we went out and found a really nice marble table, believe it or not, and some nice chairs, and then set it up for them so they could have a nice place to all sit and congregate and eat and play board games and that kind of thing, which we originally didn't have.
Okay.
So I guess it depends on the vibe of the house. Um, I guess.
Yeah, I like a lot of those ideas. I would think the gift cards would be a good thing too. Because everybody's gonna go to Walmart, like if there's a Walmart nearby. But I don't know if you saw this. PadSplit has started to talk about, and this is just PadSplit specific, but you could take this over into other models. They're talking about asking hosts if they wanted to have like if somebody stays for 6 months and pays their rent on time, give them a free week.
Oh yeah, I'd be all for that.
So
Yeah,
I guess they're working at something in the platform where you can toggle that and like let them know, like, hey, if you're on time for 6 months, you get a free week.
yeah, yeah.
Um, so I haven't done anything yet. I'm trying to figure out what makes most sense. And seeing that cleanliness is kind of an issue, I'm trying to think in my head, what can I do around, if I'm only giving something away every month to somebody or a bonus in 6 months if they're not being a problem with the household. Because you don't want to incentivize somebody and give somebody something when they're being a problem.
Right, right.
So, but yeah, that was a quick one. I don't want to, take too much time onto that, but there's a few ideas what people could do to incentivize people to follow house rules and just be a good person.